The international relations between Italy and the United Kingdom may be known as Anglo-Italian relations or Italo-British relations. The Italian ambassador to the United Kingdom is Pasquale Q.Terracciano, who took up his post in May 2013, and the British ambassador to Italy is Christopher Prentice, who took up his post in January 2011. History. Diplomatic relations between Britain and Italy predate both Britain and Italy's unification, with diplomatic exchanges between the Papal States and the Kingdom of England growing particularly heated during the investiture disputes between Kings William and John and the respective Archbishops of Canterbury, Anselm and Langton. The latter feud ended with John's excommunication being lifted in exchange for swearing his fealty to the papacy. Later, both the 18th-century Kingdom of Great Britain and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, created in 1801, hosted ambassadors from various states of the Italian peninsula, including those of the Kingdom of Naples and Sardinia's Count Perrin. Italy and the United Kingdom concluded the London Pact and entered a formal alliance on the 26th of April 1915. Following this, Britain, Italy, and the rest of the Allied nations won the First World War. During that war, British intelligence subsidized Benito Mussolini's activism. After he rose to power on a fascist agenda, Mussolini was initially accommodated by Britain, with the whole Naval Pact accepting the expansion of Italian Eritrea's sphere of influence over all of Abyssinia. However, the treaty's unpopularity forced Hoare's resignation, and future British governments showed more opposition. Owing to Mussolini's Axis Pact between his Italy and Hitler's Germany, in 1940 Italy joined the Second World War on the side of Germany. Britain and Italy were thus at war through the early 1940s, until the Allied invasion of Sicily ended with Italy's defeat in 1943 and 1944 and, ultimately, the restoration of a democratic government. The United Kingdom and Italy now generally enjoy a warm and friendly relationship. Queen Elizabeth II has made 4 state visits to the Italian Republic during her reign, in 1961, 1980, 2000, and April 2014, when she was received by President Giorgio Napolitano. Cultural relations. Between 4 and 5 million British tourists visit Italy every year, while 1 million Italian tourists visit the UK. There are about 19,000 British nationals living in Italy, and 200,000 Italians living in the UK. In 2011, 7,100 Italian students were studying in UK universities. This is the 7th highest figure amongst EU countries and 15th globally. Association football, in its modern form, was said to have been introduced to Italy by British expatriates during the 1880s. Genoa Cricket and Football Club, founded by Englishmen in 1893, was allegedly formed as a cricket club to represent England abroad. 3 years later, in 1896, a man named James Richardson Spenceley arrived in Genoa, introducing the football section of the club and becoming its first manager. Other evidence suggests that Eduardo Bosio, a merchant worker in the British textile industry, had visited the United Kingdom and decided to introduce the sport in his homeland. He returned to Turin in 1887 and founded Torino Football and Cricket Club. Politics.